Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. The reason you see me.
Well, the indictment lists the accusations against two different individuals. It lists the who, what, when, where, and it was read during court today. Lindell Price was one of two men standing before a federal judge today when that was read, and he was very expressive as those accusations against him were read. Facial expressions is what I mean. I can't guess what he was thinking, but you could tell he had a lot on his mind as that was read. What he's accused of was a big story back in June of 2020. It rocked the Alameda corridor at the time. It was early, 4 in the morning, and literally rocked the Alameda corridor. Windows were blown out of homes in the Museum Park area because of this fire. Right after police released very clear surveillance video from the front porch of the bar 5015, it showed the people involved's faces well, but no one was ever arrested. The indictment filed today lists two individuals, including Price, and accused Price of arranging this fire at bar 5015 just down the street from the Turkey Leg Hut, the restaurant that he co-owned with his wife at the time. It says Price paid other individuals to set that fire and that they called him after it was done. The indictment also accuses Price of coordinating a fire to a 1975 Chevy Nova 2 months prior to the fire at bar 5015. And Price and that other individual, the other individual is one of the people who prosecutors allege actually set the fire. But those two appeared before a judge today, like I said. The other man was released on bond and should be walking out of here at any point. Price was held without bond. Prosecutors say they consider him to possibly be a danger to the community. His bond will be revisited on Thursday at 10 a.m. to determine if he'll be released ahead of trial in this case. Live in downtown Houston, Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
And, came on with a plot. This is what I do. So now for it to be like this is like, that's what I was telling him about the oysters. Nigga, if this your brand, nigga, let's go.
Let me ask Lynn this. Lynn, how do you deal with like controversy and shit that's being said about you that you know it's not true? Like, how do you deal with this?
It's normality now. I always say you can't take this shit to the bank.
Yeah.
You can't try putting feelings in your goddamn gas tank and see what happens. You got mortgage, not rent. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Facts.
I know I go home very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. My children still comfortable. My family's still comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And half of the people ain't got a pot to be sitting in the window throwing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm tongue wrestling with some motherfuckers that's living with their mama.
You definitely
using their mama Wi-Fi.
With people. You do engage back with people, and I always get a good laugh because you willing to go where other people won't go online.
This is my brand. You have to understand it. I always say I'm gonna die behind my brand, and a lot of people say it, but I mean it. I'm gonna go to jail over my brand. I mean it. I'm gonna fight hard than a motherfucker over my brand because I built it. And that was the only thing that kind of messed me up emotionally was what happened when you build with somebody. You like, nigga, she knows how far I'm gonna go behind my brand.
Wow. He says, I built my brand. You know how far I go behind my brand. That come from Lynn himself. I go to jail behind my brand is what he said. Lynn is basically right now facing going to jail behind his brand. Here in Houston, Texas, which I'm not in Houston, Texas, but I'm not far from it. Down here in Texas, Lynn is cutting up when it comes down. Allegedly, they have him dead to the left, they think, but they was in court today, as she just expressed. But I found this old clip of Lynn, of what Lynn was pretty much saying, hey, man, I will go to jail for my brand. And they are accusing him of something that could put him in jail for a long time. OG, what's going on, man?
Hey, officials say a 42-year-old Price and Armani Williams, 27, and John Lee Price, 39, appeared before the magistrate. And Lynn bond was not set. It indicted hand down in April, alleged that Price and others conspired to set fire to Houston's bar 5015. The bar's owner, Steve Rogers, was former co-owner of Turkey Leg Hut and Price former business partner. Charging documents allege that on June 12, 2020, Price, owner of the Oyster Hut on Emancipation Avenue, recruited a group of people, including Williams and John, to pour gasoline on the entrance ramp before igniting the fire. Building was eventually building eventually exploded, leaving it ruined. It says here that, and it's not the first instance Price had run-ins with the law enforcement at Booming Staple, the turkey leg, was in a legal battle, and Price was about $4,700,000 to creditor and filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Brian trouble up in here.
Wow, man. What do you think about this, man? Have you ever heard of, seen such a thing to where another business owner that used to, be working for another guy, that he's so competitive that allegedly he blows up, and he, even like here on this clip I showed, he said he's willing to go to jail for his brand, and I don't know if he just didn't feel like competing with him, or what do you take from this?
But that's the American way. America been doing it all. That's how you knock out the competition. He did it on a minor scale. This is something that white America do every day. That they knock down the competition, destroy them, slanderize them. So he's being a competitive American. That's what the capitalistic system does, devour and conquer, but he got caught.
Man, 5015, they rebuilt now, and from what I'm hearing, it is jumping down there. I'm hearing everybody going to 5015, man. Behind Lynn, allegedly blowing up the other one, the compassion is being felt. They hanging out, kicking it. Everybody having different types of food that 5015 sell, and drinks and liquor, and everybody standing outside. Cause that's a real, that area right there is I mean, it's jumping. You done been over there by that turkey leg hut and all that.
I've been by there, but you know the old saying, the king is dead. The king is dead.
Oh, man.
So everybody is replaceable. So they probably didn't like Mr. Price anyway. I understand he was kind of hard to live with. Allegedly.
Well, I talked to him, and like I said, I wasn't, me, I'm more of a step off type of guy. I really was like, we all doing our thing. Everybody hustling, everybody having things, everybody, everybody done been locked up too. A lot of the ones who winning now, done been through some things. But this guy right here, he seemed to have taken it to another level when it come down to it. His wife left him about, I want to say they broke up and closed the turkey leg hut down. They broke up first, then he opened an oyster place or something across the street from her. And then, he started dealing with oysters, and he basically was kind of competing with her. She ended up closing it down, but he ended up they broke up. She was a lawyer. I think she's an attorney. I don't know if you think she might have seen the handwriting on the wall, OG.
Yeah, she was an attorney. She ain't messing with him.
She finna lose her bar license.
While the getting was good.
Yeah, she left it just in the nick of time, as they call it. She left in a nick of time. And you gotta understand, when you go down to these restaurants in Houston, man, that's what they build their city off of. They eat, boy, they have fun. And when I was out there, I was taking pictures. People love Boss Talk out there, and I just showed love to the whole vibe. It's a dope vibe over there too. I stayed by the Zaza, the Hotel Zaza, hung out with Sean Paul and all of them, and kicked it over there, interviewing and all that. Interview powwow there, not even at the top of the year. So, Zaza is right there if you go back behind, and it's pretty close to there as well. But man, just a crazy, crazy way to see it go out for the turkey leg hut. That place was averaging $1 million a week easy. With the truck, the food trucks,
his ex-wife's name is Nakia Holmes.
Nakia Holmes, yeah, that's her. I like I said, I hit her up a couple of times. I like to get on Boss Talk. Actually, I like to talk with her, and just for her success at the turkey leg hut, and just just how she, I like to try to see if she can bring that thing back. Some type of business with them turkey legs, because that recipes and the stuff they had going, it was a hell of an operation. It was one of the best, if not the best.
Hey, E.
Talk to him.
I'm look here, this damn Price. He looking like he must be a pyromaniac. He like fire. Before the fire, another indictment alleged that in April of 2020, Price paid others to set fire to a stolen blue 75 Chevy Nova. Now, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire, they say.
Well, you know, when you go over there, you used to have all them old cars sitting in the front. He was friends with Rick Ross. Him and Rick Ross was doing that car stuff together. The one Rose down in Miami, they was pretty much big buddies on that. And basically, they would take them cars and they had the old cars in front, and they were having a damn good time, man.
Yeah, well, he been setting fire to shit for a long time.
So that's his MO.
He got a 5-year history of setting fire. He set fire to his wife, and the kids said she had to get up out of there. It was too hot.
Oh shit!
Allegedly.
So when you look at something like this, I mean, you here you are, you know, you're older than me. I ain't really seen nobody burn nobody business down. My uncle them burnt down a place because my daddy got shot in the head in the same place where my uncle got shot in the head, shot and killed. My daddy lived, my uncle didn't. My other uncle burnt that place down. So, but that was a reason to burn it down. You know, it was a gambling shack. But have you ever heard of anybody businesses battling like this?
Oh well, hey, I done seen out here in Cali. To pay somebody to burn your stuff down, that's ongoing. They don't do it as much now because they got too many cameras.
Okay.
But before your car, your house, shit, some of these dudes would burn your ass if you get out of line. You'll get a gallon of gas on that ass.
I had heard of a boy down in Terrell, Texas one time. I was told this story, how a man caught his old lady cheating on him, and he went in there to burn the house up, and he ended up burning himself in the house.
Burn himself up.
Trying to burn that fire got to going too fast, and it killed him too. So a lot of times, man, like I said, a lot of this stuff stem around success, power, and relationships, right? So a lot of people are looking to always do that. Oh, gee, you know how you fall in love because you done been in love before, and you fall in love, and the next thing,
I don't know why you trying to indict me with fire. Love is two fools feeling sorry for each other. I ain't never been in love with nobody, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Honeydew.
Oh, gee, all I'm saying is when you get with that right girl and that special someone and she motivating you, and next thing you know, do you think it's a level where you motivated and your business going good, and all of a sudden you just want to burn something up? What is that?
But that's a misnomer that I could be in love, and that's what the thing. Love is two fools feeling. If I love somebody enough and you inspire me, why would I want to burn something up?
Well, I mean, like I said,
that doesn't equate with love. Like, if you inspire me, if you're building something, I feel like I can build it better. I don't have to destroy what you got to build myself. That's an inferiority complex, bro.
So for him because the dude worked for them, the one that went and opened this place up, and it was kind of close to him, and maybe he felt like, okay, this is a disrespect. But to blow it up, them boys had a lot of gas because they said, and the one I read the other day,
5-gallon
yeah,
can.
and then they had went and bought them at the Loves, or I believe it said the Loves. It was a truck stop.
They got a film of them getting the gas and taking it. The world's youngest criminal.
Now they get over there and they pouring all this gas, and they were pouring it, and they poured so much that they over exploded and blew windows out to the houses next door and everywhere. They just blowing everything up, man. It was a hell of a blow up.
It's a wonder because, like, see, when you pour gas, that amount of gas and it's dripping and stuff, some of the contents and elements can get in your clothes. So it's a wonder when I know a dude one time, he went to throw a firebomb in these people's house, and when he lit the match to throw the Molotov cocktail, when he threw the cocktail, it grabbed his hand and burned half of his body up.
Wow. See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about there, OG. That's what I was talking about. Like, when you start playing with that fire, man, it ain't nothing to play with. But the boy, that his business is gonna thrive now. All behind this. This is all good promo for 5015. This is great promo for them. The news keep talking about them. We talking about them. Everybody giving them promo. I'm hearing they selling out. You probably can't get in that thing right now. It's buzzing. It's a huge. I don't even know what they sell. I know when I go down there, I'm gonna go by there and get me a little old something to eat. See what's going on. Why he got the same recipe that Lynn had for the turkey leg hut? Maybe he got that same pizzazz over there. That's probably why he probably was the cook. He probably was the cook. I'm telling you, he ain't just leave for no reason either. I'd like to be a fly on the wall and talk. I'm probably gonna, look and see, because I guarantee you they probably fell out or got into it when he left there too. And he might have supposed to have been a partner of theirs or something. I gotta look into this and see why did the owner of 5015 decide, you know what, I'm out of here, and not only am I out of here, I'm gonna put me a place not far from here.
Corporate.
But that's just the way it go. If he can afford it, he can afford it, right?
Yeah, that ain't the way it go, bro. That ain't the way it go.
Well, he can he can get a business outside and go down the street. I guess he can't, according to.
And you can get it burnt down too.
It's still back there. They pulled it right back together.
And they put it right back together. I know I'm mad now. You done this, and I'm going to jail, and you serve. Man, that turkey leg is good. They put some broccoli and rice. Big old, you can't even eat all of that, boy. I mean, that sucker big.
Well, let me ask you this: if you think about it, he did that, but at the end of the day, when you think about it, he moved down the street. You got Lynn them up the street. That'll just bring more people to the area, OG. You feel me?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that get more people to come in, and it's a lot of people coming from the club at night. It ain't that bad. It ain't worth blowing nobody damn business up behind, OG.
Well, he know that now, huh?
Well, he said in there probably thinking about it like, man, I should have went on and just competed with it.
You know how when y'all get under feelings and emotions and, my girl is gone, I'm going to kill everybody.
No, they was together back when this happened, man. They probably just going through problems. You know?
Yeah, so shit, I'm going to burn up everything. I'm going to take my life. You know how you honeydew.
Whoa, OG, that ain't no thing that a honeydew do. At the end of the day, I think when you look at Lynn, he had built up a hell of an empire, man. And to see him, I was proud of him because I knew he had been locked up. I was like, man, this dude he's the one, man. Like, I was proud to see him. Do you think that's the reason why they won't let him out on bond? Because they won't give him a bond. They let him. One of the guys walked out today. One guy walked out. Two guys still locked up.
You got a history of burning people's shit up, and them white folks ain't letting your butt out. No, sir. Incorrect statement.
So you don't think they'll let him out Thursday? He's going back to court Thursday.
Yeah, well, he'll be sitting up in there because he burning up. Oh, see, that wasn't just no Negro stuff. That he didn't burn up white America's property.
Yeah, that's because he didn't probably own the building. That was somebody else's building.
No, you didn't own the building. You rent that, that's called interfering with commerce. That's a federal offense.
Wow.
So with the arson, that's a state. The arson can get that. That's just like a murder. In case that's a life sentence, bro.
Damn.
Burning up something, you don't know what liability is around. Somebody could have been walking down the street, like you say, it blew up. It was so intense, it blew the windows out of the businesses across the street.
Yeah, and some of the homes, the personal people that lived around that museum area, they say it blew their windows out too. Luckily, if somebody didn't get hurt, it might be some people come forward saying that they got hurt in that, or it might be some.
You know, Buzz be going to get some.
He is up there, ain't he?
You know he going. Hey, were you there with the fire? I can sue for you, and I think Puffy had something to do with it. John Diddy Combs.
Whoa, man! Listen, man, y'all get in the comments. Let us know. Let us know in the comments, man. Do you feel like Lynn will get out this week, or do you feel like they holding him because of they don't know what he's going to do if he gets out? Do you think anger will become a thing of play? All I know is, man. Let us know what you think, man. Look like Lynn's in a lot of trouble here. And like I said, one guy got out as well. Do you think that he signed paperwork, or do you think he just got out? Let us know because when people get out, it's eerie when two people are still locked up and the one gets out. That right there, it kind of throws me off. Boss Talk 101. reviews. What do you think?
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.